Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, I'm Karen, you're at the loft, and that makes you wicked smart. So if you've been following me for a bit, you know that I set up shop in the barn at our local Christmas tree farm. And we open for the season tomorrow. And this time of year, I am cranking out the DIYs, and I wish that I could stop and film every single one, edit them all, and share them all with you, but I just don't have the time to do that. But today's video, I do have a couple of my favorites, and the first DIY I have gotten lots of questions about. So we're going to deal with that one first. So let's get right into it, and here comes DIY number one. So for DIY number one, we're making a faux cloche. And you're going to need one of these Bell Garden cloches that you can get at Dollar Tree in the garden center, usually in the spring. And be very careful when you try and get the label off of this thing. The first time I ever did it, I tried to use my heat gun, and obviously that wasn't a good choice. You're also going to need one of the DT pie pans. Not the cake pan, there's a difference, okay? You want a pie pan. You're going to need some Mod Podge, some antiquing wax, and some cinnamon. So you guessed it, we're going to do our rusty, crusty finish on this. We're going to age it up a little bit and make it look a little bit old and take the shine down on this pan. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the antique wax and I'm going to go over the entire thing on the outside. You're not really going to end up seeing the inside or the bottom. You may see like a little bit of the edge, so I'm just really concentrating on the outside. I'm going to rub that all around, let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go over that with some of the Mod Podge in certain areas and shake on the cinnamon where I want it to look like the rust is all all that loose cinnamon off. Get that off, set that aside, and let that dry. So now I'm taking some scrap pieces of some not the poster board, the foam core board. And I've traced the bottom of the pan, and I've cut out 2 circles because I need a little height. And I'm going to glue them together, and I'm going to put some Jenga blocks on the back, on the bottom, on the back, on the bottom. Pile up 2. I'm going to glue 2 Jenga blocks together, and I'm going to make 4 little feet to raise this little piece of foam core board up on the bottom of this pizza pan. And then I'm going to cover it with, I think the first time I made this DIY, I covered it with the microfiber cloth, but I haven't been able to find those lately. So I used this cotton batting, and I'm just going to cover up that poster board. And here I'm going to spray it with some spray adhesive. And I'm going to glitter it up with some of the Dollar Tree glitter snow. I love this stuff. I put it everywhere on my DIYs. And at the shop, I sprinkle it all over my tables. I love it. It's so pretty. So once I get that all set up, I'm going to let that dry, put that aside. And this little tag I got from the Dollar Tree. And it came with a red enamel edge and red lettering. And I wanted to neutralize it a little bit. So I went over the whole thing, kind of dry brushed it with some white, and then rubbed some antique wax on the edge to make it look like a wood frame, and went over the wording with a black paint marker. And then you see how I took that little dowel and I put a little wood bead on the top. We're going to make a little sign. I'm going to glue that and use some masking tape to secure that to the back of this little sign. And this is going to get stuck right into that foam board underneath the cotton batting. And then that little truck was a truck ornament that I got from, I think I got it from Dollar General, and it was gold. So I painted over it with a white distress coat of white chalk paint. So here you see me adding the masking tape. There's something magic about hot glue and masking tape. When you put the two together, it really makes a good hold on whatever your project is. So this little DIY was inspired by my girl, Wendy, at White Sparrow Living, Loop 12-6. She did a fake cake and made like a little bakery cloche. And I thought I had recorded this DIY last year, but I did not have my YouTube channel then. And I've gotten a lot of questions and interest in it. So I thought that I would go ahead and make another one for the shop this year. So you can see I'm taking some bottle brush trees and I'm filling up the little back of this truck. And now I'm going to fill it with some glue and fill it up with some of this snow like he just came from the farm after cutting down a couple of trees. And then I'm just going to kind of go through my collection of bottle brush trees and kind of add them here and there until my eye. Got our little Christmas tree farm all set up. And now I'm going to show you how I made this topper for the top of this cloche. I took a mason jar lid and I glued the ring inside the lid. And then with a big nail, I just kind of punched a hole through the top and stuck in those little wooden dowels that I get from Hobby Lobby. They have like a little peg on the bottom, so they fit right inside there. So when I glue these things to these cloches, I build up the hot glue on the inside of the lid so that when I flip it down on top of the cloche, the hot glue kind of drips down inside rather than trying to get the hot glue along the edge of the mason jar lid, if that's making any sense. So you got to be careful with these. They're a little flimsy, as you can see. The top, you can put a little pressure on, but the sides are really kind of flimsy. And I just made this one just on its own, but you could use a little riser like I'm showing you here with one of the Dollar Tree metal mini tree skirts, or you can make another riser. I have this one that I used, one of the metal tree skirts, and I painted it white, and then I used some of the Dollar Tree rounds, wood rounds, and made like a tray for the top. And you can use that to put your cloche on. Either way, it looks great. On a riser, not on. What do you think of this one, guys? I think it probably goes down as one of my all-time favorites. Let me know what you think, and let's get on to DIY number 2. Okay, so in this DIY, you're going to need one of these Dollar Tree crates with the little holes on the side. And this is the smallest hoop of their little set of 3 brass hoops that they have. And I got these white bottle brush trees, I believe at the Target dollar spot. And I'm going to use a package of these pointy stars from the Dollar Tree. And I had a little metal house from my stash that I had painted white. So I've already gone ahead and stained the crate with the antiquing wax and filled it with some floral foam. And I made a little decal on my Cricut that says, "Oh Holy Night." So we're going to build up this arrangement with just scraps. Honestly, I just used a bunch of scraps. But first, I'm going to use this garland that I got from Walmart. Then I'm going to take some sprigs off to, like, for our base to go at the bottom of our ring. So if you saw one of my very first videos, which actually I hope you didn't see it because they were really sad. This is one of my favorite hacks for painting little objects so your hands don't get all painty and gucky. I lay down a piece of contact paper and stick my little things down. They don't move around. And I go ahead and I paint them, pick the whole sheet up, put it aside to dry. But in this case, I'm not really painting. I'm just going over the natural wood of these stars with my Mod Podge. And I'm going to glitter them with the Dollar Tree glitter snow. And the other good thing about putting them on the contact paper is the glitter. It doesn't go everywhere. And while I have my contact paper out, I'm also going to go in and I'm going to glitter and we're going to start building our arrangement in this little box. And I'm going to cut this hoop, put a little slit in it, and I'm going to slide each end in through the handle. It's going to go through the handle on the outside into the foam on the inside. And then I'm going to take that garland that I got from Walmart, and boy, it is so messy. The thing was shedding like crazy. I don't really recommend it, but it was what I had on hand, and I needed to make a base for this arrangement. So I'm adding some glue to the holes in the side just to kind of firm up, but it really won't go anywhere. Once you get all the greenery all in the box and all kind of around it, that ring isn't going anywhere. So here I am. I'm going to start assembling. I'm going to start taking this apart. And oh my goodness, I have to stop a couple of times to kind of clean up my work surface. You'll see me take out my little desk vacuum, little hand vacuum. If you guys don't have one, you should get one. They're really fun and they work great. So I get kind of lost when I start working with floral arrangements, and I don't want to bore you guys with watching the whole thing, and I can't really explain what the process that goes on in my head, like why I place things where I place them. I just like things that are pleasing to my eye. I will tell you that I'm not a very symmetrical girl. I don't really do a lot of things with balance. I like kind of asymmetrical kind of things. I will work in groups of 3 a lot, and odd numbers. I just find that just makes my eyes happy. So I'm just going to let the music play out and let you enjoy. And you may have noticed that there was a little round, those little wood pieces that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I needed to make sure that I had a really flat surface to glue that house down to. And here I'm going to add my last little tree. Let's see, there's 3 trees. I like to work in groups of 3, three different heights if I can. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add all of these little I think my eyes are pretty happy, and that's going to do it for the second day. This is the easiest one of all. Alright, so if you saw my Temu haul, my Halloween haul, you saw that I got some of these wooden spindles from them, and I wrapped them with some twine after I stained them with my antique wax. And I'm going to use these for little bases for my bottle brush trees. Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of creators do this with old spindles, old spools of, thread spools, yarn spools. I've even seen them do put the bottle brush trees in old crystal doorknobs. If you can find some antique doorknobs, those are so pretty too as a base. So I'm just gonna, show you how I did them. I just wrapped them with some twine, and here I'm gonna hit it with my lighter to kind of get all the fuzzies off, and it actually kind of distresses this light twine a little bit and darkens it up a little bit. Simple as that. So here I am. I took the bases off of my bottle brush trees, and I'm just gonna glue them in. Simple as that. Easy peasy. Now for this next one that we're going to do, I get the Dollar Tree dice blocks, the ones that come in a package of 3. And I also buy these beautiful, sparkly bottle brush trees on a long wired stem from Hobby Lobby. They're absolutely beautiful, and I love them. I buy them every year. And I think they're normally $4.99. I got them half price, so $2.50 each, and they match up perfectly with these little wood cubes from the Dollar Tree. They make the cutest little pair. And all I'm going to do is just stain them with my antique wax and drill a tiny little hole in the top of them. I'm going to add, you'll see me add a little Dollar Tree star to the front. I'm going to glitter it up and finish it off with a little metal brad that I have in my stash. And I add a little joy tag with those, do you see up top? The clickable stamps. If you guys don't have those in your stash, you need to get them. They're really fun to use, especially for doing wording. It gets your word nice and straight and comes out perfect every time. So again, I'm just going to let the music play out while you watch me finish these. trees in these little blocks, and I did cut the stems at 3 different heights. That's what makes my eyes happy, but if you wanted to leave them all the same height, you do you, and you will see how cute. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Tell me which one was your favorite, if you have a favorite. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you found value in any of these videos, please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I appreciate you all being here. It really means a lot. So until next time, bye for now.